Unreal Engine for Fortnite is now out, giving creators the full potential of the Unreal Engine to create all new types of islands not possible in Creative 1.0. One new feature in UEFN is the new language Verse, which can allow creators to have full control over every aspect of the game with custom scripts. Today, I'm going to show you how to upload your own custom script into Fortnite using an example script I created in just a few minutes. When you first open UEFN, you're going to need to create a new project. Luckily, there are a bunch of templates to choose from, including blank islands and islands with some basic landscape. I'm going to choose a test island that I've been working on for this project. Here's my island. As you can see, it's pretty bare from the start, so using the content drawer at the bottom of the screen, I added a house to my island. I also added a windmill to join the house. As you can see, the windmill doesn't turn on its own, so I used a verse script to make the windmill turn. I'll go step by step to show you how to create a verse file. To do this, you're going to go to the Verse tab at the top of your screen and open the Verse Explorer. This will show you all the verse scripts in your island. To add a new script, you're going to right-click on the folder with the name of your island and add a new verse file to the project. This opens the Create a Verse Script screen where you can name a new script. I'm going to call it the rotating underscore fan script. And then I'm going to create it. Now, just double click to open it, and it should automatically open in Visual Studio. This is your verse file opened in VS Code. As you can see, it is the default template, so we need to change a little bit. To start, we're going to add a line here, starting with using, in order to access a new class for rotation. So we're going to type using Unreal Engine.com /temporary /spatial math. This will allow us to add rotation to our fan blade. Next, we're going to go just a couple lines down, and we need to add the reference for the fan blade so that the script knows what it's turning. To do that, we're going to type @editable, and then directly underneath a variable called turbine, which is a creative prop, which we're just going to define as a creative prop. Don't forget your curly brackets. We also need to know how fast it's going to turn. And we're going to do that by adding another editable variable called rotations per second. And it's a float that we're going to start off at 0.5. The keyword editable will allow us to change it from the Unreal Engine for Fortnite screen and not have to change it in the verse file every single time we want to access it. The next thing we're going to change is in the onBegin method, which, as you can see, runs when the device is started in a running game. So first, we're going to get rid of all of this code that we don't need. We're going to start with a loop. This loop is going to constantly be what is rotating our fan. So to do that, we're going to need another variable. We're going to call it prop transform. And it's going to be the transform of our turbine. So basically, the coordinates of what our turbine currently is And then to move the transform, to move the turbine, we need to use the method move to. This has a few parameters. So to start, we need the actual current location of our turbine, that is the prop transform and its translation. We also need the current rotation of our turbine and what we're going to change it to. So to do that, we're going to get our prop transform and then the rotation part of a variable. And we're going to do a method, use a method called apply local rotation, Y, in the Y direction. And we're just going to change it to 180.0. Finally, we're going to change that by our variable rotations per second. Don't forget to save your file with just a simple Control S. This will change it to an X at the top. That means you know you saved. Alright, now that it's saved, we can close the script and the Verse Explorer, but make sure you go up to the top and build your verse code. This will make sure it works when you need it to work. Alright, even though we have the script completed, our fan isn't rotating. That's because the verse script needs to physically be on the island in order to work. You'll find it in the content drawer at the very top underneath verse test content, so the name of your island. And then inside the creative devices folder, you'll find all of your scripts. Now to add it to the world, all you do is drag it onto your island and it'll come up with this little terminal. I'm going to put it nearby. So it's a tiny little terminal, and you need to do this for every script that you want in your game. In order to get the script to connect to our fan, you'll see in the bottom, these are where we created our editable variables. So we can change the rotations if we want, but for the turbine, we're going to get the turbine in frame, and we're going to hit pick actor from screen. Click on it, and then just click on the turbine fan. You'll see you have the right one in the little text. Click on it, and it automatically links it to the script. Again, you'll notice the fan still isn't rotating. That's because, as we saw from the comment in our file earlier, that it only works when it's in a running game. Right now, the game isn't running when it's just in the editor. In order to run the game, we need to go back to the window and launch a session. So what this will do when you click it is it will open a version of Fortnite and will automatically connect you to your island. It's a bit of a lengthy process though, so wait for it to load. Make sure everything is saved first, and then it will start loading your session. And just like that, our turbine is rotating. Now that my fan works, I want everybody to be able to see it. To do this, we need to publish a private version first. Go to the Project tab and click Publish Project. It will warn you about a memory calculation. This is a test where Epic breaks your world into chunks and calculates the memory strain in each chunk. If each chunk is below 100,000 units, which you can see at the top of the island, it is deemed safe to publish. Just hit continue to publish your project. Alright, this is your private version code. Once you hit done, it will open the Fortnite creator portal so that you can see the private version online. This is the Fortnite Creator Portal. You can see all of your projects that you have currently listed, and if you're part of any team, you can easily change between the two. This is just my personal project, so I'm going to go back to this project, go to private versions, and you'll see the private version that was just created. One of the last things we need to do to get this published is to run the memory calculation inside UEFN. So go back to UEFN, go to the project tab, and hit launch memory calculation. Make sure that your game is not currently running, but you do have a session open. This will take quite a long time, but you can see it happening inside of your Fortnite thing. This one is actually really fast, and as you can see, it did not get higher than 100,000, which means it passed. Back in the creator portal, we can see that my world has passed the memory calculation. However, the publish button is still grayed out. That is because I'm not a part of the Island Creator program. This is a new change with UEFN. Creators must be enrolled in the program in order to publish an island publicly. Being in the program allows for your island to be added to the Discover tab of the Fortnite Creative section of the game, and even earn money if enough people visit your island each month. Those are the basic steps to get your scripts published into Fortnite. However, my rotating fan script was kinda simple. Luckily, Epic has provided more resources to learn verse and create more complicated scripts. The Unreal editor for Fortnite documentation has all kinds of tutorials to get you familiar with both verse and other features of the engine, including lighting and modeling. For even more detailed verse documentation, you can use the Verse API reference, which has all the methods and classes in verse. You can use this to create your own really complicated verse scripts.